In the last video, I said we're making the site more dynamic. What does that mean when I say making it more dynamic? Well, making your static HTML dynamic is really the whole part of the game because of making a WordPress site. Because what you want to do for yourself or for your client is allow them to make updates in the admin and not have to call you every time that they need a change for the site, right? Because if somebody had to make a site to, let's say, something like this title up here, you don't want to have to pay your developer to go in here and change this title, right? Or you don't want to have them calling you every time if you are the developer. So what you can do is we make these dynamic, which means we connect them here, right? And we can use our template tag that we already know to start hooking up this to be dynamic, so that when I change this text here, things change here. That's what we're getting. Let's do a simple example now. Again, reference the blog info template tag, the only one that we've been using so far, and let me show you how to read this page here. This is known as the WordPress Codex. It's just basically the place where they have all their documentation. And you can see it's at developers.wordpress.org, like this here. And the developer site, the code reference, shows us the blog template of the template tag. It says it's called blog info. All right. And if you're lucky, it will show you a few examples of how we can use it. So here's another example of how we could use it. We could use it to display the name like this. Remember, we put template directory here before, but if you put name, let me show you what happens. And I'm just going to copy it right from here because, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but I just want to play around and learn something new. And maybe you're like that too, playing around to see what happens. So if we take the name here, I'm going to show you where you want to put that. You want to put that right here where the title of your blog is. And if I replace it just like that, right? Save it, and then let's upload that, and let me show you what happens. So I'm going to find this here. I'm going to drag it. I'm going to save, continue. Very cool. And now come back and refresh. What happened? Well, if you see what we did, we changed the title tag. Where's the title tag? That's up here, right? And you can see it changed. It doesn't say Katsu Code like it did say. It doesn't say blog info. It says 1 month WordPress. And where is that coming from? Well, that's coming from our WP backend in settings general. And now your client, or if you are the client, you can change it here. So I could be like 1 month WordPress with lots of exclamation points. And you'll see that if I change it here, save changes, now my site, when I come back here, save, is going to, boom, right there, is dynamically changing, right? Freaking cool. That's cool. That's the whole game. That's making your site dynamic. It's connecting your static HTML to the database or to this WordPress backend and connecting them. And now you're seeing, as we're continuing to use template tags, the power of what you have. And that's just a simple one called name here. We could use one called description. And if I use description, it's going to take this, I think it takes the tagline. Or is there actually a description? I don't know. If you didn't know, for example, what you could do on the same blog info page is you can see all the possible values that you can show. So all the possible values that you can show by putting that here. So let's see, what else do we have here? We have, well, we know this one. We use template directory. We know that one. We use name. We have description. Is description the tagline? It tells me, yes, it displays the tagline in settings general. Well, that's cool. It tells me exactly what I need to do. So there, if we take this, and I want to take the best in cats here, and replace that here, description. Now, when we upload, gotta do this every time, like that. Now when we upload our folder, and replace, and I refresh, now you'll see, there we go. It says just another WordPress site, which comes from here. And if I put just another, I could put this back to the best in cats if I wanted to, and save that. I know I'm going a little quick. I hope this is making sense. Please, watch again if you need a refresher. But now this will replace this bit here. And now it says the best in cats. See? Just a small thing. We're biting off little bits at a time, but you can see how powerful that is already, that we have control from WordPress to influence our template. So that's the one thing that we learned so far, the blog info template. Take a look at all the other things that you could display or could replace and have fun with. And as this video, as the series goes on, we'll look even at more power that we can get from other template tags. But this is the blog info template tag, and it's really powerful.